High School Trojan Band would like to thank the Superintendent of Carrollton City Schools, Dr. Mark Albertus, Carrollton High School Principal, Mr. David Brooks, and Athletic Director, Mr. Paul Fitzsimmons, as well as the rest of our faculty and staff for your continued support. We would also like to thank our band boosters for all their hard work and dedication. We appreciate you.
Are you looking for fresh seafood or maybe the world's best chili dog? Then you got to check out the Half Shell right here in Noonan, Georgia. Fresh Gulf oysters, raw baked or fried, and these guys take hot dogs to another level. With great hand-breaded onion rings and fried seafood and much, much more. With local live music on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, drink and appetizer specials, free Texas Hold'em on Wednesdays and Saturday nights, there's always something going on at the Half Shell. Check them out at theworldsbestchilidog.com or on Facebook, the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Hot Dog Shop.
Since 1981, Southside Wrecker Service has provided Coweta County and the South Metro area with reliable towing, recovery, and roadside assistance services. Next time you need a tow, call their friendly and professional staff of well-trained operators featuring a fleet of modern equipment for light and heavy-duty towing and equipment transport. Georgia DOT certified, available 24/7. Call them at 770-964-8220 or visit them online at southsidewreckers.com. Southside Wrecker Service. We get you there. As a lifelong Newton Cougar family, the Motlas are proud supporters of high school athletics. Thanks to the Motla family for helping make it possible to view tonight's action. Please don't hesitate to call Van, Jessica, and the Motla Hines team for all your real estate needs. Call them today at 770-376-7778. That's 770-376-7778. From the Motla family to yours, go Cougars.
We all know nothing goes with sports like hot wings, and nobody does hot wings in Fayette and Coweta County like HJ Wings and Things in Tyrone, Peachtree City, and now brand spanking new location down in Sonoa. Come by and see them for all those hot wings you love, the flavors you want, and all those things that are also wonderful. You name it, they've got it across the board, and they have great facilities and a staff who will take care of you second to none.
It would break your heart to see what we pull out of here every day.
You guys need some help?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. JJ Watt.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Check it out, man.
Yeah. What's the dream?
My dream is for people to think twice before they throw something out.
I appreciate you having me out. You can swing a mean net, man.
For details, contact Wayne Crook at the Wayne Crook Agency. Call 678-202-3375 or stop by 3150 Gulf Ridge Boulevard, Suite 201 today.
The Waikiki Holiday Parade in Honolulu, Hawaii, the New Year's Day Parade in Rome, Italy, and this November they will be performing in the Disneyland Thanksgiving Day Parade and the Hollywood Christmas Parade, both in Los Angeles, California. The Marching Indians have been awarded many grand championships and Best in Class awards and have been a Bands of America regional finalist since 2010. This year, the Marching Indians will be presenting the Magic Lamp. On behalf of East Coweta High School Principal Steve Allen, the Coweta County Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Steve Barker, please welcome drum majors Jemiah Combs, Zane Feltman, Matthew Gilliard, and the award-winning East Coweta Marching Indians. gentlemen, East Coweta Marching Indians. The Marching Indians are under the direction of Band Director Robert Owens, Assistant Director Chris Neidhart, and Music Department Secretary Mary Collins. Color Guard staff includes Teddy Sullivan, Trevor Barber, Becker Chatterdon, and Jacob Martin.
Magic Wand Deck Restoration Plus, serving Midwest Georgia, offers deck restoration services plus much more. A 5-star rated company, certified in wood restoration, can restore your deck to its original beauty. Save your wood and save your money. Free consultations and affordable maintenance plans available. Call Shane today at 770-616-1787 or visit them online at magicwanddeckrestoration.net.
Are you looking for fresh seafood or maybe the world's best chili dog? Then you got to check out the Half Shell right here in Noonan, Georgia. Fresh Gulf oysters, raw baked or fried, and these guys take hot dogs to another level. With great hand-breaded onion rings and fried seafood and much, much more. With local live music on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, drink and appetizer specials, free Texas Hold'em on Wednesdays and Saturday nights, there's always something going on at the Half Shell. Check them out at theworldsbestchilidog.com or on Facebook, the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Hot Dog Shop.
Since 1981, Southside Wrecker Service has provided Coweta County and the South Metro area with reliable towing, recovery, and roadside assistance services. Next time you need a tow, call their friendly and professional staff of well-trained operators featuring a fleet of modern equipment for light and heavy-duty towing and equipment transport. Georgia DOT certified, available 24/7. Call them at 770-964-8220 or visit them online at southsiderecords.com. Southside Wrecker Service. We get you there. As a lifelong Newton Cougar family, the Motlas are proud supporters of high school athletics. Thanks to the Motla family for helping make it possible to view tonight's action. Please don't hesitate to call Van, Jessica, and the Motla Hines team for all your real estate needs. Call them today at 770-376-7778. That's 770-376-7778. From the Motla family to yours, go Cougars.
We all know nothing goes with sports like hot wings, and nobody does hot wings in Fayette and Coweta County like H.J. Wings and Things in Tyrone, Peachtree City, and now brand spanking new location down in Sonoa. Come by and see them for all those hot wings you love, the flavors you want, and all those things that are also wonderful. You name it, they've got it across the board, and they have great facilities and a staff who will take care of you second to none. And welcome back to West Georgia University, or the University of West Georgia, I guess it is, as I kind of backwards it. Anyhow, East Coweta trailing 13-3 in this one. Carrollton getting the late points there in a half. A game that East Coweta really controlled the first about 18 minutes of the ball game.
Yeah, most definitely, James. We saw them miss a few opportunities there in the first quarter in particular. Left about 13 points on the board, missed 2 field goals, turned the ball over inside Carrollton's 5 on what looked like was going to be a touchdown run from Jalen Rivers. So 13 points missed there. We're going to take a look at some highlights from the first half. And here's a couple slants.
Yeah, nice diving play there for the first down.
And I'm going to tell you what, Gray's made some great decisions on when to keep and when to give the ball. We see there's what we thought was going to be a touchdown from Jalen River. That play was called back for a hold. So that would have been the lone touchdown there. You saw the flag.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to begin.
And this is what we've seen Gray do all night, James. Elude pressure, get out, make a play with his feet.
And you're seeing him grow into this position right in front of your very eyes. A couple nice throws in the first half.
And we got to love that. We talked about in the first half, wide receivers getting down there making plays in the, blocking for their teammates. It's good stuff, man.
And there you see Carrollton made that adjustment about halfway through the first half, really started playing the read much better. Nice little slant play. This kind of got the offense going for Carrollton.
That's what I was about to say, James. This is the explosive offensive drive we saw from Carrollton there just before the half. And they'll get the ball back here to start the second half. And that's a touchdown run we saw from Miles Morris as well in the first half, the sophomore quarterback, who's looked good here for Carrollton.
And there's the kick. It's going to be deep and through the end zone, so no return for.
Way deep.
Yeah. Like I said, through the end zone.
Yeah.
And that will give Carrollton the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. East Coweta's defense played really well until those last 2 drives. You wonder what part of fatigue played into that. We'll see how they come out here to start the second half.
Absolutely. Got put in some difficult positions there in the back half of the first half. and gave up a score right there. Got to come out immediately and respond here to start the second half. One thing we did see last week in that Douglas County matchup we had here on Southland Sports TV, James, was cramps in the second half. We'll see here, especially with Carrollton, this being their first football game, and East Coweta as well, their first outdoor football game of the season last week being in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Exactly. There's a snap, going to hand it to tailback and hit. Going to try and pull away from one man, keeps those legs turning, gets about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's the senior Cody Brewer right there. We've seen the two-headed monster at tailback for Carrollton. And here's the keys to the game again. We talked about those at the beginning of the game. Carrollton got to apply pressure on defense. They're getting after it. Establish the run. That's something we've seen them do as well. Again, back to that two-headed monster, Brandon Marenko and Cody Brewer making plays all night for Carrollton. Miles Morris on the keeper.
Keeping himself this time, and good defense there by East Coweta.
Number 6.
As they stop him short of the first down.
Yeah, Carrollton, James, got 3 new starters in there on the offensive line. And I don't know about you, but they've played extremely well for my standards tonight. Kept their quarterback relatively clean back there. Haven't allowed a sack tonight, and playing really well up front.
And we'll see what Morris does here on the 3rd and 1.
We got double tight ends from Carrollton. This is the first time we've seen this from this unit tonight.
Going to hand to Marenko, and he's going to bust it to the near side and bounces off one man, pinballs down across the 45-yard line, and going to be brought down around the 47.
Yeah, that was actually number 8, Mikos Todd in there, the first touch we've seen from him tonight.
Number 13, Jamari Alford, and also
it's a good-looking tailback as well. Carrollton running deep there in that backfield. And there's that traditional fullback we've seen. He's playing more of a halfback position right now. Looks like they're going to send him in motion. There he goes.
And Morris stays in the shotgun. They're going to hand to the tailback again. He's going to break through, squirts through, and twists down for, looks like about 3 more yards.
Yeah, that was Mikos Todd again, making a little bit out of nothing right there. Looked like he was going to be hitting the backfield. Made a jump cut and got north. Here we see the replay. Stretches the defense horizontally, and then gets vertically right there. Gets a couple yards, turns it into a positive play for Carrollton.
Going to be 2nd and 8 for the Trojans from their own 49-yard line. Morris going to drop back. Little crossing route. Tried to pull away, couldn't do it. It's going to be looks like about 2 yards short of the first down.
That's number 18, Ace Williamson in there, the sophomore wide receiver for Carrollton, making a play. His first catch on the night. I know we saw there towards the end of the second half, Miles Morris really honing in on his favorite target, Cameron Renton. Had a couple big plays on that scoring drive there before the half. And again, James, we talked about this before we break. If Carrollton manages to get 2 scores on these 2 possessions, ending the first half and starting the second half,
tough.
It's something that's going to be really tough for East Coweta to bounce back from.
It'll be a 3rd and 1. Looks like they're going to put him back up under center. Going to turn, hand it to tailback. Going to bounce it outside for the first down as he lowers that helmet and drives for about 4 yards.
Yeah, they brought in the senior Brandon Marenko in there to run on that play. Looks like he's going to sub out right now with Cody Brewer there.
by number 18.
And they're subbing right back out.
Yeah, Marenko comes right back in as they continue to rotate personnel in and out.
Just inside the 42, 41. It's going to be 1st and 10 Trojans.
Going to be 1st and 10 at the East Coweta 41. Pitched Marenko. And a little razzle-dazzle. And almost intercepted by East Coweta.
Great play by the free safety right there from East Coweta, recognizing the trick play. Here's the replay. They try to throw a halfback toss.
Number 18.
And broken up right there by number 18 from East Coweta. That was Javante Rosser,
yeah,
the defensive back. Great play by that young man.
Not fooled at all, and that'll set up a 2nd and 10. Not a bad time for a play like that, though.
I'll tell you what, though, James, it's pretty hard to sneak a guy in behind a defense when they're running man-to-man coverage.
Yes.
But nonetheless.
And hand to the tailback. He's going to get about 4 yards on the play. He's going to bring up a 3rd and maybe 7. Looks like.
I like the aggressiveness from Coach Calhoun, though. Coming out, trying to get a quick, explosive play. Put the ball into the hands of your senior tailback there. Let the young man make a play, and Brandon Marenko just doesn't quite work out. the defensive back from East Coweta sniffs it out. But here we go, 3rd and 6 for Carrollton on their opening drive of the second half.
Yep. Long 6, he'll be in the shotgun. Morris drops short, looking to throw and hits a man at the 25-yard line down to the 20. Going to be knocked out of bounds just inside the 15-yard line for a first down for Carrollton.
That's the first time we've seen number 28. He's actually number 29 right there. I've got him on my roster. It's Travis Lockhart, a big wide receiver for Carrollton right there. Hard to bring down from East Coweta. You see it takes 3 guys to drag him finally down. Morris really ripping the ball right now in the second half.
Carrollton offense has found their groove here. And that's going to set up a we got whistles and flags and all kinds of unhappiness down there on the field. Got to be guessing, yeah. Had to be with the whistles before the snap there.
So those pre-snap penalties we talk about, James, down here in the red zone, you got to avoid shooting yourself in the foot like that.
Yeah, you got this defense of East Coweta on its heels. You let them catch their breath a little bit when you now have a 1st and 15. So we'll see what Morris does here.
You know, if East Coweta is going to need a play right now, it's going to have to come from Dylan Spilos, the senior defensive end. We've seen him make plays all night. They're running to his side now.
And going to keep it, and ball's loose again. And on the ground, East Coweta says they've got it. We'll see as they pull it out of the scrum.
We're going to have to take a look at the replay here, James, but I
think you may have called that.
I believe Dylan Spilios might have got in there and ripped that ball. Let's take a look. There he is at the left end, stretching the play, sticks his hand in there. No, it was number 13 from East Coweta. That is Grant Briscoe. Excuse me, wrong side. We got number 13, Jamari Alford there, causing the strip, but Carrollton did recover the fumble. So it's going to be 2nd and 7.
Alfred had a chance to get the recovery, but momentum just took the ball away from him. So it'll be an 8-yard gain for Carrollton in the end. Bring up a 2nd down, going to hand to the tailback. They're going to keep it, actually. Pulls away from one man, going to break it around the corner and in for a touchdown.
That's that dual threat quarterback again, right? Dual threat for a reason. Miles Morris making a play with his feet. We've been seeing it happen with his hands. And I think we got our first cramp of the half right here. Miles Morris down in the end zone. Saw him reach for both of his calf muscles. So just got to hope for the young man. It is indeed a cramp. But here's the replay. See him make one man miss. Bounces back to the outside, sticks the ball out. Touchdown.
Yeah, you didn't see anything there that would lead you to believe it's anything other than a cramp. And yeah, that's exactly what it looks like as they try and get him up. So that'll make your score 19-13 as they deal with a cramp.
You know, we got to see a little bit of Miles McClendon, the backup quarterback for Carrollton in the first half due to Miles Morris's helmet popping off. But surely they didn't go into this game planning for McClendon to play extended snaps at the quarterback position. Their offense is built around Morris, the sophomore quarterback, and he's looked really, really good tonight, James. You got to hope that he can get some electrolytes in him, get some pickle juice. Heck, I've even seen some coaches use some mustard, James. Some crazy alternatives on the sideline there to help football players stop cramping.
And this is East Coweta's first appearance, Carrollton's 3rd straight, and first Friday night game prior in the West Georgia Kickoff Classic.
Yeah, these games used to be held on Thursday nights here at West Georgia. They've moved them to Friday night under the lights. You got to love it. Get the young men out here playing in a really solid environment. We expected Carrollton to show up tonight, but East Coweta showed up in droves as well.
That they have. Kick is up, and it is good, and that'll make your score 20-3. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more from West Georgia in just a moment.
Magic Wand Deck Restoration Plus, serving Midwest Georgia, offers deck restoration services plus much more. A 5-star rated company, certified in wood restoration, can restore your deck to its original beauty. Save your wood and save your money. Free consultations and affordable maintenance plans available. Call Shane today at 770-616-1787 or visit them online at magicwanddeckrestoration.net.
And welcome back to West Georgia as Carrollton stretched their lead out to 20-3. And, Brooks, it's going to be very interesting to see East Coweta move the ball great between the 20s in the first half. Can they close the deal here and get that offense rolling again? Really, they stopped themselves as much as anything until they got inside the 20 where Carrollton's defense really bowed us back.
Yeah, haven't really had any problems moving the football tonight. Like you said, kind of stalling out there in the red zone. We'll see what they do here. Gray and his offense. You know, I don't think we're going to get any kick returns tonight, James.
Got a couple big legs here. I don't think we are.
This kick goes into the end zone.
A little extracurricular going on out there.
Yeah, the boys are getting a little chippy. They were pinned up in halftime. Maybe some second string guys been there on special teams getting after it. We're taking a look there at the backup quarterback,
starting to get loose.
From Carrollton, starting to get loose. And here's the replay. Morris on the play, he cramped in. Also, the play scored a touchdown, right?
Right. Well, and I think a lot of it's going to depend on what you see out of the East Coweta offense here.
Most definitely.
You know, I don't know, unless East Coweta can start closing the deal, how much more you need to play Morris tonight. It's just a situation where East Coweta marched up and down the field, just can't punch it in. Gray will take the snap, hands to, going to keep it, and played that one extremely well. Pitch man, they gave up, tried to take the pitch man, and he just broke it inside. That's exactly how you want to do it.
Yeah, James, we talked in the first half of how important it is in the option to press the read. Right there we saw Gray get up on the, step on the toes of the defender, as the coaches like to say, and the defender forced him to make a decision. He decided to take the tailback. Gray slips up in there for about a 9-yard gain. We're looking at a short and manageable 2nd and 2 right here for East Coweta. A good start to their drive.
And it's when East Coweta's been at their best, when they can stay in front of the chains. You know, this is not an offense designed for that 2nd and 3rd and long. Gray will take the snap. Going to keep it himself. A little quarterback draw right back up the middle. Gets hit quickly, but he's going to get the first down.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, James. You can try to send pulling guards to Chaz Chambliss's direction, but it's probably not very effective considering how big the young man is. Sets the edge right there, manages to take on the defender and tackle the quarterback there in the hole. Number 32, Chaz Chambliss, living up to expectations here for Carrollton.
Yeah, Gray able to get the first down, however, and that'll set up a 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line as the Indians look to cut into that 17-point Carrollton lead.
Look at this, triple option formation, wingbacks.
There you go, gotta love it. And gonna fake and then go deep and just overthrew his man.
That was intended for number 15, Christian Hatso, the wide receiver for East Coweta. And here's the replay.
We've seen that 3 or 4 times tonight, a couple times in the end zone where the time is just not quite there yet. You got to feel like that's going to improve as the season goes on.
Absolutely, James. And we talked about earlier in the matchup, we didn't even know who really was going to be starting at the quarterback position for East Coweta tonight. So obviously one could imagine you've got quarterback A and quarterback B. They're certainly going to throw the football a little bit differently. Wide receivers alike going to have to adjust to that.
And Gray will stay in the shotgun in the 2nd and 10. Little swing pass out to the running back. He's got some room, has a corner. Nice block by the wide receiver down to the 40 and tripped up from behind. He's going to be down around the 30-yard line, it appears.
It looks to me like they're going to say he stepped out at the 49-yard line, and we've got a flag on the play back around midfield. That was number 20 for East Coweta. Jaden Bolton, the backup tailback, making a play on the swing pass there.
You got to wonder if you got the wide receiver with a hold. That's about the area.
Certainly looks like a hole.
And that has been the case a couple times with some big plays for East Coweta getting called back. 20-3 in a game that East Coweta controlled the first 18 minutes of this one. But from about 4 minutes left in the 2nd quarter on, it's been pretty much all Carrollton.
Yeah, I would say, though, Carrollton's gotten a good bit of, good luck here in this football game. Granted, they've executed. Their defense played exceptionally well. They've had a couple of explosive plays on offense. But for the most part, all the bounces in this football game so far have gone Carrollton's way. Here we see the play. That is very clearly a hold there out on the edge by the wide receiver. Good call by the referee there. Here's another look at it. Look at the pursuit from Carrollton's football team. You got to love that right there. Big-time, high-profile football players running down the field and pursuing the football. Gotta love it.
Spot foul, so it's 2nd and 7. Gets the high snap, going to take it himself. Got some room to run up the middle, and that door closed quickly.
Tremendous tackle by number 25 there from East Coweta. That's that linebacking crew we've been talking about, Jared Ned. These guys are out here making plays tonight, James. Here's the replay. I mean, just an absolute lick on Gray right there. Thought he was going to make him miss. Ended up taking a helmet to the chest.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3 for the Indians, so manageable here. After the 4-yard gain by Gray, Gray will remain in the shotgun. Are going to roll to his left, going to go deep. Has a man, but good coverage coming over to safety, fading over there, and it comes up incomplete. It looks like they may keep the offense on the field here.
Yeah, I don't want to speak for Gabe Gray right there, but I'm pretty sure he had in his mind pre-snap there that he was taking the deep shot because that was thrown into double coverage.
Yes,
James.
it was. Yeah. And the Indians will punt it away here.
Not quite late
Lewis,
enough in this football game, to start making gambles on 4th and short in your own end, James.
Yep, Dylan Lewis in to punt. There's a snap and a kick. And he'll come up and catch that one. Makes first man miss. Second man grabs him by the ankles and drags him down at the 30-yard line. Nice open field tackle by the Indians.
Carmichael hit immediately. Downfield on the.
And want to remind you, tonight's game is available on HD on the brand new Southland Sports TV Roku app. Visit the App Store on your Roku Smart TV and download the Southland Sports TV app today.
Trojans will start 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage will be
a
the Carrollton 30-yard line.
1st and 10 from our own 30-yard line. As the Trojans look to add to that 17-point lead, get a little run it inside, dragged down from behind. Nice play by the East Coweta defense there.
We are seeing the backup quarterback staying in the game here for Carrollton, Miles McClendon.
No gain on the
Yeah, my suspicion would be, cramps or not, until you see something more out of this East Coweta offense, you're probably going to see him in here potentially for the remainder of the game, I would think.
Yeah, I would venture to say you're correct there, James. Going to get a heavy dose of Cody Brewer and Brandon Marinko in here for Carrollton. They've ran the ball effectively tonight. I'd say 5 to 6 yards per rush. Been moving the ball pretty well.
Hand to Marinko, got a little bit of room. He's going to put that head down and drive, but driven back by the East Coweta defense.
Marinko, the ball carrier.
And here we see Miles Morris running back onto the field on 3rd down. Maybe you see a much more obvious passing down here for Carrollton. So maybe getting your quarterback back on the field makes a lot more sense.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
And you see there at the top of your screen his favorite receiver there,
doubt
number
about
19,
that.
entering the game as well, Cameron Renton. I'd be looking for number 19 on this possession and this snap if I were East Coweta.
He has been the go-to man all evening, and he's going to roll that direction. And there underneath, that's nice completion.
That's number 5, Steven Slappy, on the play.
Just a nice little drag route across in front of the East Coweta defense, clearing them out.
Really well thrown ball there from Miles Morris. You saw on the replay, rolling to his right on the run, throwing, as the kids call it nowadays, James, off platform. A good throw from the young man, something you don't necessarily see at the high school level, guys ripping it on the run quite like that.
And we're going to take a break as they take a look at one of the officials. Back in a moment here from West Georgia.
Since 1981, Southside Wrecker Service has provided Coweta County and the South Metro area with reliable towing, recovery, and roadside assistance services. Next time you need a tow, call their friendly and professional staff of well-trained operators, featuring a fleet of modern equipment for light and heavy-duty towing and equipment transport. Georgia DOT certified, available 24/7. Call them at 770-964-8220 or visit them online at southsiderecords.com. Southside Wrecker Service. We get you there.
And we're back at West Georgia as they're continuing to look at one of the officials. Southland Sports is brought to you by American Family Insurance, Wayne Crook Agency. Coweta score. HJ Wings and Things in Tyrone, Peachtree City, and now Sonoa. Magic Wand Deck Restorations. Southside Wrecker. West Georgia Transmission. And StreamCity.org. Of course, we got big news coming up Sunday. We'll have our first college game on Stream City Radio and over on the Atlanta channel as Morehouse has jumped aboard. And we'll be up with them in Canton, Ohio as they are in the Hall of Fame Classic. Black College Hall of Fame Classic. They'll be taking on Alabama A&M. There's a snap. Going to go deep with this one. Man with him step for step. Nice defensive coverage there.
Yeah, take a deep shot there from Carrollton. But back to Morehouse, man. Those Atlanta HBCU teams, they play some good football here in Georgia. And, of course, going up there to Canton and playing in that Hall of Fame game, I'm sure those kids are going to have a blast.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 3 o'clock, 3:30 kickoff on Sunday afternoon. So, and it will actually be live on the NFL Network as well.
There you see Coach Calhoun coaching his young men up on the sideline. One thing I liked about Coach Calhoun in pregame, James, very, very active in individuals, coaching his guys up directly. 2nd and
10, get some pressure his way, and what a catch by the wide receiver.
That's that scramble drill we talked a little bit about last week. We see number 11 there from Carrollton, Terrell Carmichael, making a play when his quarterback's under duress. Your quarterback scrambles. If you're low, go high. If you're high, come back low. Take a look at the replay. He sees his quarterback scramble, and he slips up the sideline there. Miles hits him in stride. Number 11, great play there from Carmichael.
Yeah, nice job going up the ladder a little bit there by Carmichael. Carrollton continues to roll on offense as they got a 1st and 10 at the East Coweta 25. A little more pressure coming his way. They're going to hit him this time, but touchdown, Carrollton. And you know who. There he is again.
Renton. He runs a deep post route from the number 2 slot receiver spot, gets behind the safety over the top of him, and splits the top 2 safeties. Touchdown, number 19 for Carrollton. Renton on the catch.
And there's the 26 Indians. You know, and people around the state are going to see this score going up and not have any idea that this game has played out the way it has. Game has been much closer than the score would indicate, but East Coweta just simply didn't take advantages of opportunities early. It's cost them here as now they're down 23. We'll see if they push it to 24. And they almost got another one, but they did not. Your score 27-3. We'll take another break. We'll be back with more from West Georgia in just a moment.
As a lifelong Newton Cougar family, the Motlas are proud supporters of high school athletics. Thanks to the Motla family for helping make it possible to view tonight's action. Please don't hesitate to call Van, Jessica, and the Motla Hines team for all your real estate needs. Call them today at 770-376-7778. That's 770-376-7778. From the Motla family to yours, go Cougars.
And welcome back to West Georgia as your score now. Carrollton 27, East Coweta 3.
Yeah, James, you hate to keep referencing things that happened all the way back in the first quarter, but we missed an opportunity from East Coweta to score about 13 points. 2 missed field goals and a touchdown there in the first half. If they were to, have capitalized on those opportunities, we'd be looking at an 11-point football game as opposed to a 24 one.
There's a kick deep and still not returnable.
We almost had us one, James.
It was close, although I don't know that it would have been the wise play as Carrollton had it covered pretty well. So 27-3, East Coweta has shown the ability to move the ball, stalled out a little bit in the last drive Carrollton, let's see, University Stadium here in Carrollton, Georgia, opened in 2009, seats 10,000, and is the home of the University of West Georgia Wolves, 1 mile from the main campus. This is the 7th year it has hosted this Kickoff Classic.
Yeah, man, this stadium might have been built here in 2009, but I'm going to tell you what, that workout facility over there in the home end zone down there looks pretty brand new. I'm going to tell you that right now, James.
It is a beautiful facility out here in West Georgia. They got a lot to be proud of. And Gray will take the snap, hands to going to keep it and tosses it away. And they're going to drag him out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
We saw that wing T shotgun formation again. We even got wing backs here playing for East Coweta. Guys getting in motion, trying to create a little confusion, definitely a different set that they're trying out here in the second half. But nonetheless, Carrollton has figured out how to play these reads and these options.
Well, it's something we talked about early. We felt like East Coweta might have some opportunity to do some good things early on with this being the first game for Carrollton, and they did. They had the opportunities. They just didn't cash in on them, and now they find themselves down 24 here in the waning moments of the third quarter. Gray in the shotgun. Going to pump fake and then go deep. Has a step, but just a little overthrown.
That's number 4 right there, Marion Moss. We saw him in the first half. He was the one that had the big explosive play down the middle of the seam for East Coweta. They tried to hit him there on the outside. He had outside leverage on his cornerback there, had him beat down the field. Ball from Gray just a tad bit overthrown.
And we've seen that a couple times tonight where the timing's just not quite there yet for East Coweta. So now they're in a 3rd and 10, which is not exactly their comfort zone. Gray will stay in the shotgun. We'll see if Carrollton comes after him. He's going to keep it himself a little quarterback draw, and he's hit immediately. He's going to lose a yard.
Again, man, number 21, Jarius Edwards, the linebacker from Carrollton, really sticking his nose in there and getting a wallop in there on Gray, the quarterback, on the carry.
And Carrollton defense definitely anticipated that one. That's going to bring up a 4th and 10, and East Coweta is going to have to kick it away again. Dylan Lewis
For Carrollton, number 11.
will check in.
Yeah, Carrollton getting in and out, a 3 and out right here for their defense. A solid possession for them. For East Coweta, man, we're going to have to see them start throwing the ball down the field a little bit more, something they're not accustomed to doing.
There's a kick. You're going to take a Carrollton bounce. East Coweta is going to grab it and down it just their side of the 50-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Carrollton at the East Coweta 49-yard line.
Yeah, we got just 9 seconds right here before the end of the third quarter. This quarter's really moving in fast on us. I mean, we've only seen a handful of, attempted passes here. We saw the deep bomb there on the post route from Carrollton, from Miles Morris, complete to number 19, Cameron Renton. That combination all night, Morris to Renton, we've been seeing it. It's really been paying dividends here for Carrollton. And how about this? We got a no quarterback formation coming out here. We got 2 tailbacks in the game for Carrollton. We got number 1 in at quarterback right now, Brandon Marinko, and number 8 standing to his side, Mikos Todd.
A little wild Trojan here. He's going to hand it off, take it around the far side. He's going to get about 5, maybe 6 yards on the carry. We'll see whether they mark him out of bounds.
Carries around right in for the Trojans.
You know, that's just the 3rd or 4th carry we've seen from Mikos Todd tonight, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the young man. You know, a lot of yards after contact, and we got a timeout here on the field.
And we'll
Third quarter, your score.
take it with them here from West Georgia. We all know nothing goes with sports like hot wings, and nobody does hot wings in Fayette and Coweta County like H.J. Wings and Things in Tyrone, Peachtree City, and now brand spanking new location down in Sonoa. Come by and see them for all those hot wings you love, the flavors you want, and all those things that are also wonderful. You name it, they've got it across the board, and they have great facilities and a staff who will take care of you second to none. Are you looking for fresh seafood or maybe the world's best chili dog? Then you got to check out the Half Shell right here in Noonan, Georgia. Fresh Gulf oysters, raw baked or fried, and these guys take hot dogs to another level. with great hand-breaded onion rings and fried seafood and much, much more. With local live music on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, drink and appetizer specials, free Texas Hold'em on Wednesdays and Saturday nights, there's always something going on at the Half Shell. Check them out at theworldsbestchilidog.com or on Facebook, the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Hot Dog Shop. And welcome back to West Georgia as East Coweta defense looking to bow their back up. Carrollton program history started back in 1909, so they've been doing this for a little while. Overall record 674, 263, and 28. 7 state titles. Last one was in 98, 29 region titles. And as we said, and that's the impressive thing, only 6 coaches since 58.
Yeah, when I look at things like that here in the state of Georgia, and especially with that color scheme and that long history of success, a school that comes to mind to me, James, is Valdosta High.
Sure.
Those statistics seem very, very similar there for Carrollton, especially with the longevity of the program and the success of the program.
That's it. Truly one of the blue bloods here in the state of Georgia for sure. Nice defense there by East Coweta. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 4.
We got the backup quarterback back in the game as well. Miles McClendon in there. Standing next to him is the senior tailback, Cody Brewer.
So McClendon in the shotgun. Going to shift Brewer, put him in motion. And looks to hit him in the flat. Didn't like it. Going to go over the middle. Wide open, and he may be in there for a touchdown as he crosses into pay dirt.
Great play by Ace Williamson right there. Quarterback play kind of broke down. Ace Williamson found a hole in the defense, got open, drew the attention of his quarterback, got the ball, touchdown. Here's the replay. You'll see play kind of breaks down. Quarterback scrambles. Williamson finds the open space, rushes for a touchdown.
And that's going to push the lead out to 33-3. We'll see if they can add the extra point here.
Williamson's a good-looking young receiver, just a sophomore here for Carrollton, and he makes his second big play of the game.
A lot of depth at the skill positions here, and that is going to be no good.
Pulled that.
And we'll take a break and be back with more here on Southland Sports TV. Are you looking for fresh seafood or maybe the world's best chili dog? Then you got to check out the Half Shell right here in Noonan, Georgia. Fresh Gulf oysters, raw, baked, or fried, and these guys take hot dogs to another level. With great hand-breaded onion rings and fried seafood and much, much more. With local live music on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, drink and appetizer specials, free Texas Hold'em on Wednesdays and Saturday nights, there's always something going on at the Half Shell. Check them out at theworldsbestchilidog.com or on Facebook, the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Hot Dog Shop. And welcome back to West Georgia as Carrollton's pushed that lead out to 30-3. But I tell you what, the biggest thing to me that I've seen in this ball game is the adjustments that Coach Brian Simmons, defensive coordinator for Carrollton, has made to adjust to this option that East Coweta's been running. You wonder how much time they really had to practice for that. Yeah, they had game film from a practice game, but how much did they really know before 3 weeks ago that this was the offense that East Coweta was going to run? That's not what they did last year.
Yeah, and again, we didn't know the starting quarterback coming into the night for East Coweta. Gray, obviously the more mobile of the two quarterbacks for East Coweta, and we see him. You know, it's really hard to prepare for an option offense, so a team that's running a lot of mesh points and stuff like that. You know, you almost want to practice without a ball, James.
Right.
Get everyone surrounded, everyone wrapped up, get that kind of mindset for the defense put into play. You got to play with correct eyes. Your eyes got to be in the right place if you're going to play an offense like this. And Carrollton's been very sound all night long. And one thing you got to mention, James, and you talked about it, they have made good, solid adjustments here in the second half, responding to this option look, this spread option look from East Coweta. You almost got to wonder if the defensive coordinator from Carrollton, like you mentioned, maybe switched the responsibilities of the defensive end and the outside linebackers.
Yep. So here we go with East Coweta looking to try and put something together on offense. They do have a little screen pass, and it's going to be dragged down after about a 4-yard gain.
That's number 4, Marion Moss again there, James.
And really the problem for East Coweta has been every time they've had some momentum, it's been a holding call or some sort of penalty really that has backed them up. This is not a defense that you want to get behind the sticks against running this type of offense. They're just too good.
No, and you see right there, they still got the dogs in there, man. They still got their big headhunters in on the field. Kevin Swint, Chaz Chambliss still in, as well as their senior middle linebacker, the leader of that defense, number 42, McDaniel.
Gray, a little slant pass, nicely thrown. And
that's number 31. That's the first we've seen of him from East Coweta tonight. The wide receiver, Lyndon Hill, on a quick slant right there. Gray hits him in stride right in the chest.
Yeah.
Good first down here for East Coweta.
And I'm wondering if we might not see a little bit more of that from East Coweta. He throws that pretty proficiently, much more so than the long ball. And just simply because the timing's not quite the same on that long ball, it's just you have to have that chemistry, and it takes a little time to build that. And you just wonder if they've had the opportunity to do that, where those little quick hitters, that's just a little bit more knowing where they're going to be. Tipped, and lucky it wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, that ball behind the wide receiver there. I believe he's looking for Moss again there across the middle. Marion Moss, that is. Yeah, Gray's got to get that ball out in front of him a little bit. Let your weapon get out in space and get some yards after the catch. But well contested there from Carrollton as well. Defenders all over him.
10 yards to go for India.
And 2nd and 10 for the Indians. We're down under 10 minutes to play. 9:57 to go in the ball game.
It's a good-looking defensive unit from Carrollton, just all around, man. They've been tackling well in open space tonight. Been getting good penetration on the defensive line as well.
Gray's going to take it. A little quick slant and going to be tackled after a nice little gain. Going to be enough for the first down, it appears.
That's number 15 on the catch there for East Coweta, Christian Hatso. Another quick slant. One thing you'll see East Coweta doing on some of these pass plays, James, is using their offensive line to chop down and cut the legs of the defenders there on the front, the front of the defensive line for Carrollton. Getting those hands down. I know we saw in the first half Miles Morris getting passes knocked down. East Coweta's not allowing that to happen. Getting the hands of those defenders down immediately at the snap.
Well, that's you don't have the tallest quarterback in the world back there if you're East Coweta. You need to be able to do that. He's got to have throwing lanes. Behind him, almost caught and then falls incomplete.
Or sometimes, James, if you just know you can't block the other guy, you might as well just try to hit him in the legs and get his hands down. That was always my decision.
Well, there's the next 4 games on Southland Sports TV. Will be at noon and next week as Alexander comes calling. And then we'll have these East Coweta Indians again on the 13th as Lowndes makes that long trip up from Valdosta. And then a big one. Northgate Creekside should have some big-time implications in that region race. And then over to McIntosh, our first trip into Fayette County, as the Riverdale Raiders come down to take on the Chiefs. And got pressure, stands in there going deep and almost intercepted. Wide receiver almost turning into a defensive back there.
Yeah, he needed to there, James. That ball was almost picked off by number 7. You see him there jump right into your screen. Thought he had a clean play. That was Cyrus McClure there for Carrollton, making a good play there. But no, I was looking at those next 4 games we got. We see East Coweta in 2 weeks. They thought this matchup against Carrollton was tough. They'll be seeing Lowndes come into their hometown as well. That's not going to be an easy program to face on a Friday night either.
Now, we saw them go down and play not very well early against Lowndes last year. Made a nice rally in the 3rd quarter to make it interesting, but came up a little bit short, and we may have a pass interference on that one. And
he almost caught that ball.
He almost did, and the flag almost came out. You saw the official kind of reach for it and
Look at
then
this. He reaches
thought better
back,
of it.
Reaches back with his one arm, almost brings that ball down, pops right out of his gullet and onto the turf. Back to that scheduled talk, man. You talking about a tough opening to a 2019 high school football season. You get Mill Creek in the Dome. You go out to West Georgia the next week and play Carrollton. Yep. Have who knows next week, and then the week after that you get Lowndes at home. Woo!
And there's a kick high, not super deep. Fair catch call for on the 22-yard line. Well, and you've still got McEachern, North Cobb out of region play.
That's brutal.
And East Coweta started in 1967, was really for years and years and years was a single A squad, 307, 247, and 1. No state titles, 3 region titles, last one in 2001. And we'll see what the Indians defense can do here as we're down to 8:56. Look to see a little ground and pound maybe out of Carrollton, try and burn this clock on out.
Yeah, we've seen a good bit of that. You know, we saw the touchdown pass like we mentioned from Miles Morris, but that's probably the last ball we've really seen thrown downfield.
And maybe the last we see of Morris. Don't need to throw it downfield when you can do that. Hand it off, a nice hole right off the guard and down the field for a big gain for Carrollton.
You know, that's number 22, Cameron Bunce, right there, and watch him. It's hard to see that little guy running back there. He gets out in the open field and makes a big play. And we see the third-string quarterback there for Carrollton come in as well. That's Connor Harriet, it looks like, playing quarterback for them.
So, first down and 10 for Carrollton now at their own 40-yard line. But, yeah, the little guy's hard to find down there.
You know, my roll sheet says he's 5'1", and it's hard to believe.
110 pounds. Oh, big play in the backfield. He bounced off of that, though.
I'm going to tell you what, little man gave 46 a stiff arm there in the backfield. I like it. Take a look at it. Boom, get off me. I know I'm 5'1" on the roster, but you can't hold me.
But East Coweta with a pursuit was able to drop him for a loss, and that's going to make it a 2nd and 13 now for Carrollton.
13 yards to go.
Yeah, there we see Carrollton's next couple of games. They go on the road. They got Riverdale at home, go on the road to play Villa Rica. That Rome football game, Rome may not be the football team that they were the last couple of years, but still a tough matchup there at East Paulden, and then they play Cass High there on October 4th.
There's another run with a little guy, and he almost gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to be chopped down just short. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 11.
I'm liking me some Cameron Bunch. James running hard, running with no fear. I like to see it, man.
Yep, doing a good job of getting his pads low.
They start low.
But like you said, though, he is tough to locate.
Yeah.
But behind all those big giants on that offensive line, just kind of blends in back there.
Yeah, we're seeing some secondary guys, or, you know, some second-string guys come in and play offensive line for Carrollton as well. And we're not seeing any loss of size there. There's still some big boys out on the football
field. Going to hand to him again. They're going to drag him down, sling him down for about a 3-yard loss, it looks like.
Looks like number 91 from East Coweta on the tackle.
Yeah, he said, I saw that stiff arm earlier. Yeah. We're not going to have any of that now.
Negative.
Number 91,
and they're going to force a 4th down here. The first 3 and out I think we've had from Carrollton.
In quite some time,
quite some time. And actually, it wasn't a 3 and out because Mr. Bunce got a first down. Remember, James?
It's true. Abdul Gaither was the one that.
East Coweta still yet to force a 3 and out here in the second half. And we've got about 6 minutes left here in this matchup. Anyways.
And it looks like
Coach Calhoun running the clock down.
Yeah,
a real classy play and classy decision from the coach right here. You know, most football programs would try to put 40, would try to put 45 up on the board. Coach Calhoun, you never like to say a coach is satisfied because they never are satisfied. But here it is, 33-3, and we're taking it easy on East Coweta.
We'll take the timeout with them. We'll be back with more from West Georgia in just a moment.
It would break your heart to see what we pull out of here every day.
You guys need some help?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Jay, what?
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Check it out, man. Yeah. What's the dream?
My dream is for people to think twice before they throw something out.
I appreciate you having me out. You can swing a mean net, man.
For details, contact Wayne Crook at the Wayne Crook Agency. Call 678-202-3375 or stop by 3150 Gulf Ridge Boulevard, Suite 201 today.
It would break your heart.
Are you looking for fresh seafood or maybe the world's best chili dog? Then you got to check out the Half Shell right here in Noonan, Georgia. Fresh Gulf oysters, raw baked or fried, and these guys take hot dogs to another level. with great hand-breaded onion rings and fried seafood and much, much more. With local live music on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, drink and appetizer specials, free Texas Hold'em on Wednesdays and Saturday nights, there's always something going on at the Half Shell. Check them out at theworldsbestchilidog.com or on Facebook, the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Hot Dog Shop. And welcome back to West Georgia as there's a low line drive squibbing kind of kick. And it's going to take a big-time Carrollton roll. Going to come to rest about the East Coweta 11.5-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it on the 12. I want to remind you this portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Southside Wrecker, towing, recovery, and roadside assistance for the South Metro area. Southside Wrecker, we get you there. Also brought to you by Van Motla and Motla Hines Real Estate Team, proud supporters of high school football. And West Georgia Transmission, located in Carrollton. Transmission repair, oil changes, and general maintenance. Visit Daniel and his staff today. And here come the Indians as they look to get a little something going on the offense. It was pretty good in the first 10 minutes of the ball game. It has not been, that has not sustained itself here in the second half. Gray going to keep it, a little quick hitter, and forgot to take the ball with him.
That was Reiki and Moss right there, number 2 for East Coweta. And you're right. You'll see right here, forgot to take the ball with him. Ball thrown a little bit behind him on his back shoulder. But as a wide receiver, still got to probably make that play. Wide receiver coach at least is going to expect you to. We still see the starting offensive line there in for East Coweta. Not so much for Carrollton on the defensive end. Seeing a lot of their starters being pulled out of that ball game.
Well, one of the things you're dealing with East Coweta, too, it is a big and fairly young offensive line, but and you're dealing with as well new blocking schemes, and that gets lost a lot of times when you have these changes. Gray's going to keep it himself, has a little room to run, ducks his head, rolls over the top of the tackler.
Yeah, he's almost forced to keep it himself there. James, his running back didn't stay in pitch phase right there. Got a little sloppy on his assignment, and Gray's forced to keep the ball, but it is a positive play. You'll see here. Number 4, you got to stay in pitch phase right there. You are doing nobody any good 5-10 yards back behind the ball carrier. If we're going to run an option, he's got to have the option to pitch you the ball. Stay in pitch phase, young man.
And that's another one of those things that you're learning a little bit different offense. There's so many details to this offense that the average, and look who's headed to the sideline now. He may be getting a little bit of a reminder here.
You can't blame Marion Moss right there, number 4. He's been all over the field tonight, playing wide out, playing tailback, playing slot receiver, doing everything for this East Coweta offense. And, again, you can't blame him.
Going to handle it, Drew Mitchell. He's got some room around the right side of the 30, 40, and going to be driven out of bounds around the 45-yard line.
This is a good-looking carry there for Mitchell.
Drew Mitchell, the ball carrier.
The junior tailback. You'll see him right here taking it right around that right edge of that offensive line. And Carrollton's, subs in on this defense. They are moving the ball a little bit better on the outer edges right now. And, that's to be expected. When, again, we've been talking about Chambliss and Swint all night. They're now off the field. East Coweta taking a little bit of advantage of that.
What about the job Jaden Watson did sealing that corner? Wasn't looking for it. Got on him a little faster than he thought it was going to get there. And
we've got the backup quarterback, Devin Gelband, in here for East Coweta, and he puts a ball right on the face mask of his tailback right there. So these are the first snaps we've seen from Gelband tonight. We saw him last week against Mill Creek, and there are his stats. Had a tough start, as all of East Coweta's guys did last week in that matchup.
Very difficult little quick hitter behind him. That could be I tell you what, that was very close to being a lateral.
Yeah, if we're in college football, I think we might be reviewing that play right there. I think East Coweta's going to get away with about a 5-yard loss on that play.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
On the coverage for Carrollton, number 38, June Walker.
As we wait for the play to come in from a sideline, Gelband looks over.
Junior.
Gelband stays in the shotgun. Mitchell flanked to his left-hand side.
If you're Coach Small.
Hand to Mitchell. And keep it himself, does Gelband, faked it, and going to bounce off one man twists and turns inside the 45-yard line of Carrollton.
Young man's running really hard in there here late in the fourth quarter. But what I was going to say, James, if you're Coach Small, you know, you go into your team meeting Monday afternoon, and you just got to, if I were him, I would, you know, looking at the schedule coming up, I would show these young men this first quarter and let them know that they would have been in this football game had they capitalized. But, again, we talked about it. It's a tough matchup coming up for them. They've got
a week off to prepare.
You get a week off to prepare for Lowndes. And then I guess you could call North Cobb and McEachern a break in comparison to their first opening schedule. Man, it's a tough slate either way for East Coweta.
When North Cobb's the low point of your non-region schedule, that's pretty tough. There's a low snap. Gilban going to go deep and incomplete.
That's a dropped interception for number 34 right there. If it were practice, I guarantee he'd be on the ground doing push-ups right now. That's number 34, Amari Hall there, the DB from Carrollton, with the missed opportunity on the interception. Kelbrand didn't necessarily have an intended receiver right there, just kind of threw it to an area.
And that will take us down to 3:22, a 2nd and 10 from the Carrollton 45-yard line as East Coweta lines it up. Gelban going to roll, and pursuit coming his way, nowhere to go with it, and they just gobble him up with a host of Trojans coming in on him.
You know, you like the idea of you know, rolling the quarterback out like we see right here, getting him out of the pocket. But, you know, rolling a quarterback, especially a young quarterback left when he's right-handed, is a really tough task for a young man. And we're going to get a sideline warning here from Carrollton. You know, a little late in the game to be calling sideline warnings, but nonetheless, side judge, I guess, must have had to get some work in tonight, James.
Needed a little camera time.
Yeah, man, had to get some shine out here. We all deserve it.
Wanted to say hi to Mom.
Yeah. Say hi, Mom. I'm on Southland Sports TV. Check us out on the Roku app.
There you go. In HD as we roll through all of our sponsors. Low snap. Gelban's going to get gobbled up. What a play.
That's number 59 in there for Carrollton. Big Ronald Johnson, the sophomore, making a play. And that's going to bring on the punt unit, it looks like, here on 4th down. Carrollton presumably to resume possession here following the punt.
2:44 to go in the ballgame. I tell you what, the gold LeMay letters, all of the Elvis, are sharp. They are tough to read in this once the lights come on.
Oh, absolutely. These East Coweta jerseys. and no one's complaining up here. We're not complaining.
No, it's just
we love our jobs, but woo,
oh, they're snazzy.
It's tough to see on them TV screens, man. I'm going to tell you what.
So their Magic Wand Deck Restoration. I want to thank them for sponsoring Southland Sports TV, as well as Southside Wrecker. Tongue twister. West Georgia Auto Transmission. And Stream City Radio, streamcity.org, and there's our friend, Mr. Crook.
Yeah.
Call him for your insurance needs, American Family Insurance. Right down the road from Chapel Hill High School.
Yeah, I'm sure Wayne Crook loves seeing his big old mug in high definition on his television right there. Nice big shot of Wayne. Got good insurance over there. Y'all check him out.
So we'll see what Carrollton does here. I got a feeling we're going to see a couple more handoffs. There we go. The little guy again slips away from one, and then East Coweta descends upon him like a bunch of locusts.
Locusts, huh?
Locusts. And there's our 2019 Game of the Week schedule. Of course, next week will be at Noonan with Alexander, Lowndes, East Coweta, Northgate, Creekside, Riverdale, McIntosh, Griffin, and Stars Mill. And that was been for the region in the last few years. South Paulding Hughes should be important in the playoff run. Stars Mill, McIntosh, battle of the bubble. Westlake at Noonan could quite likely be for the region championship. And then Creekside and wrapping it up with East Coweta and Noonan to end the season. Another loss by Carrollton, but right now they're just trying to burn some clock down to 136. And tick, tick, tick it goes. Nobody looking to call any timeouts here.
Yeah, them East Coweta boys got a long drive home down to the southwest side of Atlanta.
Now, one of the things that Coach Small talked about it. He wanted to get them into these neutral environments, big-time environments, preparing for playoffs, play big-time opponents. Well, that doesn't always equate to a great record.
No.
But if it prepares you for the region run and being able to make some waves in the state playoffs, then these first 5 ball games, that's exactly what they're designed to do.
Yeah, and I'm not here to say that their region's, filled with a bunch of cupcakes, but they're not going to be playing Carrollton every week. They're not going to be playing the likes of Mill Creek every week, and they're certainly not going to go 1, 2, and 3 with Mill Creek, Carrollton, and Lowndes in back-to-back-to-back matchups. That's a tough opening slate, but like you're saying, a young football team, especially a young offensive line, they've certainly gotten their work tonight. They're definitely going to be better for next week, James.
No doubt about it. Big improvement since last week, what we saw with them early on in this game. When this portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Magic Wand Deck Restorations Plus, serving all of Midwest Georgia. Shane and his staff specialize in deck and wood restorations. You've seen the work during the commercials tonight during this ball game. And this portion also brought to you by HJ Wings and Things in Tyrone, Peachtree City, and now a brand new location down in Sonoya. HJ Wings and Things, the home of the Scorchers. And here they come back on the field again. Do want to remind you, you can download that Roku app on your smart TV. Just go to the App Store and download the Southland Sports TV app. Watch it tonight in high definition. Snap going to run a little quarterback keeper, and he's going to be dragged down after a short gain.
That's going to just about do it for us. We got a 40-second play clock here in high school football. They just rolled it. Probably going to have to take one more snap here from Carrollton just to keep from having a delay of game here. But nonetheless, that's pretty much going to do it here for us at West Georgia. It's been a great night here and a great football game. The score may not entail that, James, but we had a very compelling first half. And again, Carrollton really doubling up on those touchdowns right before the half and coming out of the half really sunk the nail into the coffin.
That was really it. It was that 20-point swing right there in the last 3.5 minutes of the first half, first possession of the second half. That's going to do it for us for tonight. Carrollton, you know what? They're going to make another run at this thing. Rome maybe not quite as good. The doorway's probably open for the Trojans here in Region 7-5A. Won't be easy, though. You've got a lot of great teams playing in that region, as tough as any region in all of 5A.
Yeah, but you certainly got to love what you saw from Coach Calhoun's squad tonight. Really disciplined game of football. Defense looked incredible, and the offense looked extremely explosive when Miles Morris was on the field for that unit.
And I think when you look at East Coweta, you got to hang your hat on the improvement from week 1 to week 2. And you look now, you get a week off. You get to practice the things that you saw as deficiencies in the first couple of weeks of the ball game. Now, it's going to be a little bit different team that Lowndes is going to see here in a couple of weeks. And there we go. Our next 4 games, Alexander and Noonan. It'll be a lot of fun next week. It was a great ball game last year. Lowndes, East Coweta, that Northgate Creekside. Looking forward to that one. And in Riverdale, McIntosh. But that'll do it for us tonight in the Kickoff Classic here from West Georgia. And for my partner Brooks Austin, James O'Brien, bidding you a good night.
Magic Wand Deck Restoration Plus, serving Midwest Georgia, offers deck restoration services plus much more. A 5-star rated company, certified in wood restoration, can restore your deck to its original beauty. Save your wood and save your money. Free consultations and affordable maintenance plans available. Call Shane today at 770-616-1787 or visit them online at magicwanddeckrestoration.net.
Are you looking for fresh seafood or maybe the world's best chili dog? Then you got to check out the Half Shell right here in Noonan, Georgia. Fresh Gulf oysters, raw baked or fried, and these guys take hot dogs to another level. with great hand-breaded onion rings and fried seafood and much, much more. With local live music on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, drink and appetizer specials, free Texas Hold'em on Wednesdays and Saturday nights, there's always something going on at the Half Shell. Check them out at theworldsbestchilidog.com or on Facebook, the Half Shell Oyster Bar and Hot Dog Shop.
Since 1981, Southside Wrecker Service has provided Coweta County and the South Metro area with reliable towing, recovery, and roadside assistance services. Next time you need a tow, call their friendly and professional staff of well-trained operators featuring a fleet of modern equipment for light and heavy-duty towing and equipment transport. Georgia DOT certified, available 24/7. Call them at 770-964-8220 or visit them online at southsiderecords.com. Southside Wrecker Service, we get you there. As a lifelong Newton Cougar family, the Motlas are proud supporters of high school athletics. Thanks to the Motla family for helping make it possible to view tonight's action. Please don't hesitate to call Van, Jessica, and the Motla Hines team for all your real estate needs. Call them today at 770-376-7778. That's 770-376-7778. From the Motla family to yours, go Cougars.
We all know nothing goes with sports like hot wings, and nobody does hot wings in Fayette and Coweta County like HJ Wings and Things in Tyrone, Peachtree City, and now brand spanking new location down in Sonoa. Come by and see them for all those hot wings you love, the flavors you want, and all those things that are also wonderful. You name it, they've got it across the board, and they have great facilities and a staff who will take care of you second to none.
It would break your heart to see what we pull out of here every day.
You guys need some help?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
KJ Watt.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
Check it out, man. What's the dream?
My dream is for people to think twice before they throw something out.
I appreciate you having me out. You can swing a mean net, man.
For details, contact Wayne Crook at the Wayne Crook Agency. Call 678-202-3375 or stop by